Well, Matt, let's start there. I imagine as the figurehead of the club, you probably want to address what happened here at the weekend.
Yeah, devastatingly sad news. I found out Saturday evening. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Amelia's family. Her teammates were here yesterday and her parents. I met them very briefly. It's devastatingly sad news. We are all heartbroken for Amelia's family, and like I say, our thoughts and our prayers go out to them because it's just such terrible news.
What has it been like working here in the last 48 hours?
Yeah, really tough. Really tough as a dad. Like I say, my heart just is broken for her parents. It's been very somber here, as you can understand, and we have to make sure that we give Amelia's friends and family all the love that they need going through this such terrible time. It puts everything into perspective, and it's been a tough few days.
I know the club will want to do all it can in the immediate future. Can you talk us through perhaps what tributes might be paid and that kind of thing?
Yeah, Amelia's teammates are going to join us for the game tomorrow evening. We have a minute silence before the game. The club have offered all the support they can to her teammates and the family, and that will be ongoing. We want them to be friends of our club for forever. Amelia will live in our hearts forever, and I think it's really important that we do everything we possibly can to support them, not just now but ongoing.
And Matt, you have to be professional, and having answered questions about what happened here at the weekend, you also have to deal with professional footballers who've got a job to do on the pitch against Blackburn.
Yeah, we have. We have to make sure that we perform and do the occasion justice. It has to come out in our performance. We have to go after that again. We've been looking for consistency, and I think we've found a little bit recently. But it doesn't just come. You have to keep working for it, and we have to go after that again tomorrow evening.
With consistency probably comes confidence as well, and belief in what you're doing.
Absolutely. I think if you had the feelings, or if you heard what was going on in the change room after Friday night, out on the pitch with our supporters, around speaking to people around Oxford and bumping into people, it's been lovely to do, and I feel like there's a confidence and a belief coming back to our football club, which is what we've been searching for. But again, there's so much work for us still to do. It's feet firmly on the floor. We've got lots more work to do over the next 7.5 weeks, and we've got to make sure that we keep executing, because nothing's given to you in this game.
The West Brom game was spoken about as a must-win, and you won it. Is this game slightly different because of the work you've done over the last few games?
Yeah.
Break it down a bit.
No game is must win until the final. If it comes to that point, then they must win, right? It's an important 3 points that we're chasing, just like West Brom, just like Preston, just like every game since we've been here. And again, we have to try and play the game in front of us, not the situation that we find ourselves in. That will take care of itself if we perform properly and pick up the points. So for me, it's about making sure we approach the game with the right intensity and try and perform to the level that we have been recently. If we do that, then we have a chance of picking up some more points.
It's not usual you talk about an opposition manager who has quite such an in on half your team.
Yeah.
He's their manager for Northern Ireland.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So it's a fairly unique situation, I would suggest. It's not very often that a manager has a club and an international job and comes up against a team with so many players from the nation. So, Michael have a big know-how about a lot of our players, and I'm sure he'll be using that to the best advantage that he can.
He was watching you, though, your team on Friday night, and would have seen a little bit of swagger, a little bit of confidence. Obviously, you'll have had them watched. What do you make of what you might be seeing tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a tough game. Michael's an extremely experienced manager who sets his team up. You know, they look like they're really well organised, really diligent with their defensive shape. It's not going to be easy for us to break them down at all. So we have to be really good with our in possession stuff. we have to make sure as well, they've got some real good players in attacking areas, some real energy about them as well. So we have to make sure that we're really diligent. I think we're at our best when we're really solid in our defensive shape and build from there. So we have to make sure that we do exactly the same tomorrow night. Again, play the game in front of us, not the perception or the occasion that's been built around it.
And what about managing players through what will be the tightest of turnarounds, a Wednesday night game to a Saturday lunchtime game? You must be kind of tempted to go with the same kind of look as you have done over the last 2 games, but is that possible? Yeah,
that, for me, Jerome, it's just about worrying about Wednesday evening. Once we have finished that game, we'll look to see what we're like mentally and physically, what's the turnaround like in terms of who can handle it for Saturday, who needs, if there's any change, what do we need to do. But for me, it's just about picking the best team I believe is right for Wednesday evening, attacking that game the best we possibly can, and from there we deal with Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matt, has there been a noticeable increase in players' confidence after the past 2 results?
There's been an increase in their performance level. I think that we've looked like we've had a good consistency about us. I think like there's been a little bit of repetition in terms of our in possession, our out possession shapes, and what we're going after, and that's starting to come through. We've been really pleased with both sides of the game in the last few weeks. And not just the last 2 games, like as we spoke about on Friday evening, there were some really good moments. You know, Middlesbrough, we've hit the woodwork twice in an away performance. Stoke, even we hit the bar 2 minutes before they scored, and that could have been different on another day. So we have to just keep going after the performance level. But in terms of the lads doing what we're asking and the output of the last few weeks, it's been very pleasing. But I'm going to repeat myself and be very boring. Nothing comes to you in life, right? Or in football, you have to work for it every single day, and we have to do that tomorrow evening.
And you've shown you can do it in a home performance and an away performance and back home tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I believe in our players. I believe in the work we're going under. I believe in this football club. I really want to give our supporters something to cheer tomorrow night. But it's going to be a really tough game against really stern opposition, so we have to make sure that we perform properly. Thanks, Monica.
Thank you. So Cameron obviously put down the recent success to a kind of number of factors really, with some of the new players probably gelling into the team now, but also the management as well. So, you know, would you say that there has been a kind of change in the work you've been doing with the players?
I think that, you know, the way I like to work, the way that we work as a group is to look for that consistency, to have the principles in our play, what we go after in and out of possession, and just try and build that into the group. Like I say, there was some green shoots a few weeks ago, and that was the optimism was growing. The last few weeks, there's just not what you need on top of the optimism is belief and results, and with results builds more confidence. And we've finally had a couple of results back to back, which the club hasn't had for a year. And we just want to work respectfully with the whole group we've got. We've got a really good squad here who work and represent their football club with such passion and desire. And we're loving being a part of that group. It's not just us, all the players. I feel like we're one group working together towards a bigger goal, and that's how I love to work.
Yeah, and obviously it's that you say that there's the belief and kind of the hope amongst the players, but obviously now the supporters will be seeing that as well. They want you to stay up just as much as you do. So how important is it to, you know, show them that you can do that tomorrow? It's been crucial that as a group, staff and players, that we're able to show our supporters that, you know, they've got something to cheer in and back and follow. And I hope that they've seen bits of that. It's not the finished product. We're a long way from where we want to be. But we're moving towards that as quickly as we possibly can, and like I say, the lads have been fantastic, and we need our supporters. You know, these next 2 home games this week, starting tomorrow evening, they are such a crucial part of this football club, a huge part of this football club. They were here long before me and the players, and they'll be here long after us. They're the lifeblood of any football club, so we absolutely need them. We need their voices, we need them in their numbers, and I know they're giving us their backing, so I thank them for that.